Our next rider is a simple session favorite, 28 years old from Minneapolis, United States, doing it for BSD, Reed Stark.
Looking to step it up in the second run.
All right, now you're gonna hear the crowd get a little bit louder because our next rider from the US has made a name for himself here in Tallinn, Estonia. He's always a favorite because he's got the smile plastered on his face, whether it's on the course or it's on the dance floor, and he's actually gonna be DJing later tonight. I'm talking about Reed Stark.
Yeah, we talk about those lines. It's so fitting that Reed comes in. He has some of the most unconventional lines around this park. Like riding under this beam here, squatting through.
Yeah, that's why right now we're seeing him clear the course, because look at it, he's shot out of a cannon already, double peg up into that vert wall. You see that he's actually the fastest rider on the course so far. Double tire, and he goes under the beam. Yes, that was really creative. We haven't seen any rider take that and utilize that part.
This is exactly what I mean. You look at this park and you go, okay, back and forth, back and forth. No, Reed Stark goes where he wants and does what he wants.
Now, James, I want to watch Reed's speed. It was really fast for the first 30 seconds, and if he can keep that momentum and even build his speed in the second half, that's really going to favor well. Because it's easy to get lost on the course, your energy can go down, but Reed, you saw him pump back up the vert wall as he hops over with the cool transfer where he's able to grab that transition. Whoa! Double peg back down that pole jam.
That's the commitment coming back down like that as well. You don't want to be sending yourself into the floor from there. Yeah, with a huge fast run.
Yeah, this was massive. James, this run had it all. You can tell he's excited. He's tired, he's gassed out, he's getting the support from the other riders. But this run really had it all. We talked about the speed, we talked about the unique lines. He had some big gap to grinds, and he kept his momentum for the entire 60 seconds out there. So it's going to be interesting to see what the numeric value is. As we said, there's 4 judges, and the best score you could get is 100. But look at this wall ride as he ducks right under. Reed's a tall rider. He's almost 6'4", so he has to duck under that beam so that he doesn't hit it. There you can see he bounces on his rear peg. That's an ice pick stall on that sub rail. Here's a look at that Smith grind. At first, he did a wally up with his back wheel. No brakes on Reed's bike, but he finds that balance point, wedging his front tire. And here's the look. He goes up and then comes down. All right, I stand corrected. So he still rode up. You see how surprised he is, because first he landed in a Smith grind where his his rear tire was on the rail and his front peg was on, and then he dropped down to a double peg. And here's a look at that big gap to Smith on the side of the stage. There is no coping at all. Big run for Reed.
So much distance into that Smith grind, and he's here to chat to Tuuli now.
Reed, I mean, I think you were one of the fastest riders on the course today. What do you think your top speed is while you're out there?
I have no clue. I couldn't say.
You know, you are no oh, look at the score.
Can't see it.
Well, you are no stranger to simple session. You've been here when we were at the bigger park. Today the park is smaller. What is the difference for you when you're riding in this?
I think just the energy is a bit more condensed. I don't know, you feel the crowd more, and I don't know, it's more connective. I love it.
I think you didn't see the score. You took the lead.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Well, quickly turning. Pure emotion, right?
Purely, man, I'm exhausted. That was really fun.
I mean, Reed, you're such a multi-talent. You also have this little toy, the kendama toy. Do you want to show us your best trick?
Best trick? Oh, man, pressure's on.
Nice!
It's all very Reed Stark today.
Give it a high note.
Appreciate you.
Back to you guys then.
It is all very Reed Stark today. That's how his day is going. Reed coming in with the top score so far in the contest. And yeah, it seems to...
Jarvis is cooler to celebrate. But right now, all eyes are on the American Reed Stark. He's got that 83.66, currently sitting in second, and if anyone can move up to that top spot, it is definitely Reed Stark.
Yeah, the crazy thing for Reed as well, qualifying in 4th yesterday, and just came out swinging today like I'm in business in the finals.
Look, he goes under the beam right there, threads the needle again, and not only dropping into the corner, but moving around our cameraman. Toothpick this time off the sub box. Reed Stark gapping over the A-frame rail. Ice pick on the sub. Let's see if Reed keeps that throttle pinned as he did in his first run. Peg into the Smith after that wall slap with the rear wheel. Reed Stark over to Ice Pick. This is a big run so far, James. He's got to keep it going if he wants to hop in front of Brock Rayford.
Brock is going to be watching this intensely.
Yeah, Reed right there. I know he definitely got his front peg on. I don't know if his back peg came onto that pole jam, but it didn't really matter because he was able to keep riding. Gap to Feeble. Oh, that was a big move right there. James, that was enormous. So he switched things up in run number 2, and this is what we talk about strategy. Instead of doing a gap to Smith, he did a gap to Feeble grind, rear peg on the ledge, front tire up on there to speed across with the Feeble, and then bam, he hit his tires into the up ledge of that hubba. That was a big move. So look at this toothpick slider. Winds up using the front wheel, and look how focused he is to wind up keeping his speed and momentum. Here he said, hey, I'm just going to turn around. I'll do that quick little ice pick. He's also on his own signature BSD Safari frame. You can see all the Safari colors, including on his seat right there. What he is known for as Stark does that hop over ice pick, and this is what I was talking about. Does he hit his back peg? Front peg hits, back peg just checks in for a second. That's why the smile went on. And then this huge exclamation point at the end of his run. This might make all the difference here. Gap to Feeble past your GT rail, and watch how he goes the distance, and then says, you know what? Boom, hits his rear wheel. That was big. James, that was a unique line. You had to have the speed and momentum, and boom, we got a new leader.
My gosh, 87.33, puts himself into first place and really takes it to Brock Rayford now. Like, Brock has to come out swinging in the next round. Like, man, Reed Stark just making it count, putting it down when he needed to.
We have our BMX riders here at Simple Session 21 Finals throwing haymakers, connecting left and right. Reed Stark with a huge run. So that